Hi everyone, my name is Tram. For this assignment, I imagine that I recently graduated and accepted an entry-level financial analysis position in the Bay Area with an annual salary of $70,000. My goal is to create a realistic monthly budget, evaluate the cost of independent living, and apply managerial accounting concepts to personal financial planning. My annual salary is $70,000, which gives me a monthly gross income of approximately $5,833. I estimated that taxes would consume about 25% of my gross income, which equals to approximately $1,458 per month. I also decided to contribute 5% of my salary to a 401k retirement plan, which equals approximately $292 per month. After taxes and retirement contributions, my estimated monthly take-home pay is approximately $4,083. This calculation helped me understand that gross salary is very different from the amount of money actually available to spend. So there are the 6 parts we're going to look at. Using my take-home pay, I created a monthly budget. My largest expense is housing, with a shared apartment in San Jose costing about $1,700 per month. I budget $150 for utility, $350 for transportation, and $500 for food and grocery. $60 for my cell phone and $200 for the health care expense. I also allocate $250 for $250 for entertainment, $250 for miscellaneous expenses, and $500 towards savings and an emergency fund. My total monthly expenses are approximately $3,960, leaving a small buffer of about $123 each month. This budget demonstrated budget planning and resource allocation because I must distribute my limited income across multiple competing needs. This is the illustration of how I use the money. As you can see, housing takes up the largest part. Housing represents approximately 42% of my monthly take-home pay. I also analyze my expenses according to cost behavior. My fixed costs include rent, healthcare, and my cell phone bill because these expenses remain relatively stable each month. My variable costs include food, transportation, entertainment, utility, and miscellaneous spending because of these amounts can change over time. What surprised me the most was how expensive housing is in the Bay Area. However, even with a professional salary, a large portion of income goes toward the rent. If necessary, I would reduce entertainment and miscellaneous spending. However, housing, food, healthcare, and transportation would be difficult to avoid because they are essential expenses. Next, I consider unexpected event. Suppose my car requires a major repair costing about $1,200. This additional expense would increase my actual spending above my original budget. In managerial accounting, this difference between planned and actual spending is called a variance. Because the repair was not included in my original budget, it would create an unfavorable variance. To respond, I would reduce discretionary spending categories such as entertainment and miscellaneous expense, and I would also use part of my emergency fund. This demonstrates variance analysis because I must compare my original budget with revised spending after an unexpected event occurs. The next concept is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative that is given up when a decision is made. In this situation, I would use saving to pay for the $1,200 car repair. As a result, I would give up the opportunity to invest that money, increase my retirement saving, or use it for the future personal goals. Although repairing the car is necessary, there is still a cost associated with choosing one option over another. Another important concept is decision making under constraints. Because my income is limited, I cannot maintain every spending category at the same level after unexpected events occurs. Therefore, I would prioritize essential expenses such as housing, food, healthcare, and utility. At the same time, I would temporarily reduce entertainment spending and other non-essential purchases. This demonstrates how financial decisions often require trade-offs when resources are limited. Although through this exercise, I learned that living independently will require much more planning than I expected. Although with a salary of $70,000 initially seemed high, taxes and living expense significantly reduce the amount of disposable income available each month. Young adults face many financial challenges, including high housing costs, healthcare expense, inflation, saving for retirement, and managing unexpected emergency. Through the assignment changed my mind perspective on budgeting because it showed me that saving should be a priority rather than an afterthought. Overall, this assignment demonstrated that the same managerial accounting concept used by organizations can also be applied to personal financial management. Thank you for listening.